The popular Intel collaboration laptop sold as the Eluktronics MAG-15, XMG Fusion 15, or Aftershock Vapor 15 are all the same 15-inch chassis by Tongfang, who are an ODM or original design manufacturer, basically the company that built the laptop. Now Tongfang have a new 17-inch version available which should offer even better performance. Here's what they told me at CES 2020 and what's on the way. Alright, so this 17-inch Tongfang chassis recently started selling through electronics as the MAX-17. And there is also a 15-inch version of it called the MAX-15, and these are different machines compared to the MAG-15. There isn't actually going to be a 17-inch version of the Intel collaboration laptop, so it looks like this is as good as we're going to get for now if you've been holding out for a larger version. If you recall from my Vapor 15 review, the GPU thermal throttle limit was set to 75 degrees Celsius, while the CPU is capped at 90, and this seems to be controlled by the locked down BIOS. From my understanding, these limits are imposed by Intel to ensure a cooler machine, but performance is definitely being left on the table. As a result of this, Tongfang are basically able to better tune the machine how they see fit without these constraints, as well as offer greater levels of customization. Some companies like XMG are provided custom BIOS which provides all sorts of additional benefits, such as undervolting support. This is something that wasn't an option with the MAG-15, as from my understanding, that BIOS is provided by Intel. So it's looking like the new MAX-15 and MAX-17 will have more flexibility. This is good news, because both the MAX-15 and MAX-17 can be spec'd up to NVIDIA RTX 2070 Max-P graphics, so not Max-Q, as was the case with the MAG-15. And if you saw my video comparing the GTX 1660 Ti MAG-15 against the RTX 2070 Max-Q one, it really didn't seem like a worthy upgrade due to the previously mentioned thermal restrictions. Anyway, although the MAG and Max are different machines, they share a lot of similarities. Let's compare. I've got the Intel collaboration machine, the XMG Fusion 15 in this case, on the left, and the new 17-inch on the right, which is a lighter color. Keyboards look similar, but the 17-inch has a numpad. The keyboard on the new MAX-17 is membrane though, while the MAG-15 does have the edge with its mechanical switches. Here's how typing on both sounds. You can see the color difference better on top, though the 17-inch in this example doesn't currently have any logo on the lid. There's not really much difference on the bottom, the usual air intakes towards the back, and speakers towards the front on the sides. The internals look similar, and for the most part they are, as there's 2 memory slots, 2 M.2 slots, and 94 watt-hour battery. However, the 17-inch should have improved cooling. They mentioned it's got larger fans and heatsinks, which we can see here, so it will be interesting to compare them. More on that soon. The I/O on the left appears to be essentially the same with both laptops, and similar on the right, except interestingly, the 17-inch has a smaller micro SD card slot, which I found a bit strange given the smaller model could fit a full size. Same I/O over on the back too, and it's good to see that the 17-inch maintains Thunderbolt 3. During my meeting with Tongfang, they told me we'll be seeing more of that in future machines. Now let's talk performance. We were able to check performance and temperatures with Prime 95 and Thermark running at the same time on both machines. It was only going for about 20 minutes or so, and I'm not sure about ambient room temp. However, the 17-inch was averaging around 500 MHz higher over all 6 CPU cores with the i7-9750H, a nice improvement. To be fair, the 17-inch was running hotter, but that's mainly down to the thermal limit being boosted to allow it. But also keep in mind the 17-inch in this test was using the more power-hungry 2070 Max-P, while the 15-inch has a 2070 Max-Q with a lower thermal cap. Although this was by no means a perfect experiment, it does clearly show that the new model performs better under heavy levels of load. I've also got a quick size comparison between the new MAX-17 and the older Neo 17 sold by XMG, or MAX-17 as it's sold by Eluktronics, which is another Tongfang chassis. I've got the new MAX-17 on the right here, and we can see it's thinner despite both being available with the same 2070 Max-P graphics. So it'll be interesting to compare the two properly. Huge thanks to Tom at XMG for arranging the meeting with Tongfang and sending over the detailed specs. XMG aren't currently selling this new chassis with the 9th gen Intel hardware, but are considering offering it in Europe when 10th gen rolls around. So let them know down in the comments if you want to see this offered by them. Otherwise, you can currently get the new Max series from Eluktronics in the US. It sounds like Tongfang have a lot more cool stuff on the way that I'm unfortunately not able to talk about or show at the moment. But what I can say is you'll definitely want to stay tuned. So if you're new to the channel, get subscribed, and look out for the rest of my upcoming CES 2020 coverage.